Hi, thanks for sharing your plan. I reread your post for the third or fourth time, and I'm going to make an adventure on what I think it is that you want to do. So what Eric was talking about is this little polyline here. That's a roof polyline, and most new users use it without knowing what it does. It says that there's going to be roofs over this polyline that are 12 and 12. See, let's go over here to the build roof dialog. Yeah, you've got your pitch set to 12. And you don't need the polyline for that. Since they added this tool about 10 versions ago, I've never used it. I'm going to delete that one. You've got your build roof dialog set up correctly. Now you said on this floor, I'm going to go down and up and turn on the reference display. Apparently you want decks here, here, and here. That's what I'm going to guess that that's correct. So you need to draw the decks with the railing tool. I have no way of knowing if the dimensions that you've set up here are correct. I'm just going to go with them as if they were true and correct. What else would I have to go on? Okay, I want to make sure that those are lined up. I'm just looking at the edit toolbar to see, make sure they should all be in alignment, but if you don't, yeah, there's one that's out of alignment. If you don't check, you're not sure. That one's okay, this one's okay. So now I'm going to name this a deck. And when you name a closed space deck, I've done that. Oh, I'm going to name it balcony. Right, that's putting a deck over a non-deck room, yada, yada. Okay, we'll go over here and call this balcony. And then I'm going to go to the structure tab and by default, it's not going to have a ceiling or a roof over it. I think that's what you intend. We'll do the same thing over here. This is kind of a really skinny deck, but that's your problem, not mine. I'm going to name it balcony again. And you see that the ceiling has been automatically unchecked and flat ceiling over because I named it an outdoor room. Okay. And then here's the first floor. Now I would assume, let me go back to the overview. I would assume, see, there's the decks that I specified. I would assume that, and I assume this is a deck also, and then this would be a gable and a gable. Now that's what I'm guessing. So I'm going to click on this wall. If you have Home Designer Pro, you can do that. If you don't have Home Designer Pro, you can't. You'd have to go to Plan. And let's see, I want to go up to the third floor. And we'll take this and these two walls and open them and go to the roof tab. And, well, okay, you've already marked them full gable. Very, very good. Okay, I'm just checking. Now on this third floor, we also want a deck. I assume we want a deck based on what you've said and what the plan indicates. Again, I'm going to go draw railing walls there. Whoops. Yeah. Again, I'm going to check for alignment. A lot of times the walls will snap into place, but yeah, see, that one was out of alignment a little bit. Well, then this is a balcony because the software doesn't like it if you build a deck over a non-deck room, you get an error message. So life's too short. I'm just going to name it a balcony. And so you can see no roof and no flat ceiling. Now that takes us to this. We have deck. Something I should do, let's see. This is, I'm going to use the material definition tool. Green siding, okay. The reason I ask is because, let me go to plan view. I'm going to take these three walls and open them up. Railing walls have a special material tab setting. It's called the exterior wall, which is by default drywall, which is not appropriate in this case. That's just the default setting that they chose to use. We'll go over here and find green siding. There it is. I'm going to do the same thing down here. Press the shift key, select one, press the shift key and then left click and keep the shift key down. So I can group select all of these quite a bit faster than one at a time. I'm going to do the same thing, go to the materials tab, go to the exterior wall and change it from drywall to green siding to match the rest of your plan. Voila. So now there's green siding on the edge of these decks instead of drywall. Okay, about the only thing left is this space here. I'm going to open the dialog box on it. Whoops, wrong one. Got the materials list instead. Get out of my face, go away. Okay, I think yeah, I'm going to take this and we'll just call it for the time being a living or something like that. And then on the structure tab, it should by default have a roof and a flat ceiling that way. Then I'm going to take this. Okay, you've already got those marked gables, so now it's just a matter of going to the build roof dialog, left double click. There we go, and build roofs. You don't need auto rebuild roofs. And let's take a look and see if how that came out. Looks like something didn't work right. Which, you know, when you're working with the software, it's not supreme. Well, that's stupid. Let me check something. There shouldn't be roofs there. It's probably in your attempt to, okay. All right, on this one, I'm gonna go to the structure tab and uncheck roof over. There's decks over, so we don't need a roof. I'm trying to check flat ceiling without checking roof. When I uncheck roof, it unchecks flat ceiling. Okay, I'll come back to that then. I just want no roofs there over that space. And I don't want any roofs over this space, which it built for some reason. Okay. You know, the software always does strictly what you tell it to do and nothing else. Or this one, I've got a roof mark for that, and we're supposed to have a gable here and a gable here, and it didn't do that. I'm not quite sure why. Let me check and make sure that these walls are still set to gable. I believe they were. I'll open up. Roof, full gable. Okay, we'll try this again then. There it is. We'll go over and build roof planes. Oh, I didn't recheck the balconies. So we still get, that's weird. Okay. It should be marked no roof over. And it is marked no roof over. Maybe you have some, let me check something. And maybe those roof polylines are still there. Let's go over to roofs. Baseline polylines. Okay, this shows that there's still some there, and that's why the roofs are goofy. Okay, let me just click there. I'm looking, all right, I'm gonna go over here to all layers off. Turn the reference display off. I'm gonna go over here to the layer display options and turn on roofs baselines, polylines, whatever that layer is. There it is. No. Roofs, baseline polylines. There we go. So nothing will show I'm going to turn the grid off so I can see clearly. And we'll go, okay, there's one. I just didn't see it. We'll get rid of that. Those polylines were there telling the software to put roofs there when there's no roofs needed. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the working layer set. In Home Designer Pro, you don't have those, but that's okay. And I don't think you do. Maybe you do. All right, let's try this again then. We go to Build Roof. You know, whenever you're working and you're doing something and it's not coming out right, then it's something you've done earlier that's wrong. Okay. Looks like we're getting closer, but of course that's goofy. And let's find out, why is it doing that? Let's see, let's go up to the third floor. It's on this side. We'll go to the roof tab, hit the roof. No, that doesn't explain it. See what this wall, I'm just checking to see if you've done anything to cause that. Bingo, full gable wall, plunk. Supposed to be a hip wall. If you have a gable here and a gable here and a gable here, you're going to have 3 gables. So, and maybe that's the way your house is, but I don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be wrong. Okay, that's more like what I intended. Now we got a gable and 3 decks. Now I'm assuming this is what you intended. Maybe you wanted hips here. Well, then you would uncheck gable roof over this wall in the wall specification dialog instead of you had gable in there, so I made it a gable. Okay, hope this helps you and that it's correct. And if it isn't, well, then at least we'll know more. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a really good day.